at 3 at 3 every business day at approximately 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Funny how that works out. I present to you what we've seen as far as unusual activity for the day, give you a couple thoughts and some questions that you've submitted. We try to answer those. So let's get started, shall we? First thing you need to know is this disclaimer says that all investments involve risk, which is accurate. Also, whether it's Pete, me, any member of our team, we are offering information and education. We are not offering investment advice. Intellectual property rights. Yes, we have registered marks, trademarks, patents, and copyrights on virtually this entire presentation. So before you decide, hey, you know what, this looks pretty good, let me make it part of my presentation, please ask us first and then cite Market Rebellion. Thank you. All right, how about this one? ELF, we talked about it on Friday. ELF, and no, it is not a Lord of the Rings situation, but ELF, bullish call buying. Stock was $25.07 on Friday, and they were buying the May 30 calls for $1.05. Here is ELF as of an hour ago. It was $27.11, which is about $2 higher than where it was. Yeah, that's right. Not quite 10%, but pretty good. From the close, it's 5.7%. And look at that chart. That's a good looking chart, isn't it? Lower left, upper right, as my friend Dennis Gartman would say, time and time again. And caught this one nice, and it is working out very well. So most of you know I bought the at the monies, sold an out of the money against it. Bang. Speaking of bang, Renato Leggi is going to be joining us, and he is going to bring the thunder because this is a portfolio manager at ARK Invest. I think you know Kathy Wood's company. It was the #1 performing ETF of all of 2020. And they have been in the news a lot because they became the fastest growing ETF in history. They also put up some triple-digit returns last year. And then everybody was gunning for them. Well, you know, because that's what haters do. They gun for you. But this team has done a fabulous job. If you want to hear from a guy who's on Kathy Wood's team and a portfolio manager at ARK Invest, all you got to do is go to marketrebellion.com and sign up. Free. It is free. You don't have to be a member of any of our services. You just need to go to marketrebellion.com and sign up. If you do that, you'll be in live with us in about 55 minutes from now at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That's when Renato will be joining us. So if you'd like to watch it live, register. If you have other pressing matters, we understand. We will be repeating this and putting it up on social media afterwards, and I think sometime tomorrow. So in other words, if you really want it live, got to go sign up at marketrebellion.com. Thank you. First trade of the day today is CLMT. CLMT, bullish call buying, stock's $4, and they're buying the May 50s. I'm sorry, May 5s. So the May 5s are trading for 30 cents. And you've got the rest of March, April, May, approximately 3 months for you to be right about the call. 30 cents means $30 per. So if you're a guy like me, a gal like me that trades 100 lots, not that that makes me big and smart, it does not. But if you trade 100 lot of these, 100 times $30 is only $3,000. A 10 lot, which simulates a 1,000 share position, is a mere $300. Look at the leverage you get. 1,000 shares of this is $4,000. I can control 10,000 shares for $1,000 less. I like that. There is Calumet Specialty Products. They make a lot of oils and lubricants and things. Take a look at this one. It is not an energy play per se. They make oils for other purposes other than propelling vehicles. However, specialty products, look at this one from basically the 20th or so of February. It was $3 stock. It's been pushing up through 4 and looks like it wants to make a breakout to the upside. That's what it looks like to me, and that's probably why they were buying those 5 calls. All right. Also, I'm just alerting you to the fact that every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we have our daily Crypto Bites with those 2 guys and me. Those 2 guys are Matt Montemayor and Christopher Reichel. And those 2 guys, CJ and Matt, have been trading crypto since they were minting it, or I guess mining it, in their dorm rooms. So these are guys that have been at it a while. It is a free broadcast. You can get it through our YouTube channel. Of course, I think we have links to it from my Instagram, Twitter, from Market Rebellion, from LinkedIn, Facebook, Apple iTunes, you name it, all over the place. But nonetheless, what I'm pointing out to you here is, if you look at that big yellow arrow, for the first couple months of this year, we are offering access to the crypto trading room for $1 a month. That's not $1 a day, $30 a month. No, $1 a month. You could join, you get the charts, you get the conversation, you get back and forth with thousands of other crypto enthusiasts and some retail and institutional investors that are in the room as well. And I think the conversations are fun and enlightening and will help you become a better crypto investor. It's one of the many offerings at Market Rebellion. And as you see, all you need to do to subscribe is go to marketrebellion.com/try crypto. That's try crypto. And then for $1 a month, you could be part of the conversation in there because you get to post up too. Bang. Let's hit Wayfair. Wayfair, $329 a share. You believe that? Bullish call buying yet again. This week, expiration, the 5th of March, calls for $1.40. So again, every option's for 100 shares of stock. So if you move that decimal two places to the right, you know that every option's $140, which means that a 10 lot is $1,400, a 100 lot is $14,000. So people could control 1,000 shares of this stock for $1,400 till Friday at the 350 strike. Now, I like buying something closer to the money, more like a 330 strike, but you have to decide what's appropriate for you. I have already decided for me, bought that 330, sold a higher strike against it as the Wayfair shares rallied a little. Not huge, but as they rallied a little. And look what 1,000 shares would cost you, $329,000 versus $1,400 to control it. Caveat is, it's out of the money. Second caveat, you only have till Friday to be right. So you need to be very aware of time decay when you're trading something like this. So please be aware of that. There's Wayfair. It's moved up about $2 from when I was trading it earlier today. Now it's $331 and $34 billion stock. Look at that, $331.08. And the bet is that by Friday, this thing makes a pop. Might or might not get to or through 350, but the bet is that you've got a little time, but a very little time, precious little time, so you need to be very aware of time decay and volatility compression. I addressed that by doing that one-to-one spread that I described. Tomorrow, if you're interested in Bitcoin and crypto investing, as you've heard me say and my friend Anthony Scaramucci, we have a fund, a crypto fund launching, actually 2 of them. I don't even know which one's going to be out first, just depends on registrations and so forth. And our friend Mooch says he's going to be out there through Skybridge taking a good hard look and hopefully funding some of it. My business partner, Mark Lepresti, and I will be speaking about crypto tomorrow, March 2nd at let's see, I think it's 9:30 Eastern Time. It's only a half hour. You want to watch? You want to watch live? Free for you. That's right. You can watch it free. It'll be tomorrow, the 2nd of March. I'd encourage you to watch many of the other folks, including John Bollinger, my friend John Honig, a whole bunch of smart investors and traders. Mark and I will be talking about Bitcoin trading and investing, some pro tips as well. If you want to sign up, that is a free registration. You could screenshot it if you need to, or you could just type in moneyshow.com, but that will take you directly to our particular part of the Money Show. It is completely free. You just need to go to moneyshow.com, or if you want to screenshot this, you could screenshot it and drop it into your web browser and sign up. Again, that'll be tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern Time in the morning. That's one of the things I'll be talking about. As you see, that is a world map of millionaires. They had the billionaire map for 2020 out. I haven't seen the millionaire map for 2020 yet. But as you see, the United States has 18.6 million millionaires. Do you know how many Bitcoins there are out there? Almost that same amount. So in other words, if every millionaire in the United States wanted to own one Bitcoin, they couldn't. There's not enough, even now. And the maximum of 21 million Bitcoins that are going to be out there, there are 46 million millionaires across the world when you add them all up. So 46 million millionaires and only 21 million Bitcoin, and that'll take another 100 years plus for us to get there. So in other words, supply and demand, and people deciding, you know what, I want something that can't be devalued by my government. Many of you would say, well, what if they just stop, they make it illegal? Well, wherever that has happened, people have just gone elsewhere through a VPN or other. So when you are talking about DeFi, decentralized finance, that's one of the beauties of it, folks. The governments can't get at it and can't stop it. The whole world would have to stop it at once, unified, and I bet you we can't find the entire world unified on any subject, including what day it is. Of course, with the international dateline, I guess many of you would say, well, John, it's not always the same day anywhere. You're right. All right, what's that? That's a big boat. That's what that is, the Carnival Freedom. So what do you think the next trade is that I'm about to describe? Carnival Cruise Lines. Owned this one since it was $8. I was buying this one when they came out, and I said it live on air when Mark Lazary, a friend of mine, I've been fortunate enough that for a charity event, Mark hosted me at his house. I won't say where it is. It's in the city of New York. I won't say where because I respect his privacy. But Mark had put, I think, only 1% of his net worth into crypto at the time. And Mark and I were talking about also about what he's famous for, which is finance, and in particular, default financing. And Carnival Cruise Lines had just announced that they were going to be issuing, I think it was $1.2 billion in debt, and they had to have all kinds of, they had to put up ships as collateral and all that sort of thing, and it was 12% interest. And Mark said, I'm buying that bond, I'm buying that. And he did, and I did, and it's worked out pretty well. And lately, they've raised money a couple other times, haven't even had to put up money, and now the stock's triple where it was when we were doing that. Just pointing that out. Anyway, Carnival Cruise Lines, bullish call buying, stock's $27. They're buying 17,000 weekly March 29 calls. So that's a bet that the stock pops between now and Friday. It's also 1.7 million share equivalent because, again, you move that decimal point 2 over and you say, okay, it's not 17,000 shares, that's 1.7 million shares because every option is for 100 shares of stock. There's the stock, 26.39. As you see, sort of bled off during the session today, still a 30 billion market cap. And I decided, for 30 cents, I'm going to take a shot on this, but I didn't buy those because those are $2 out of the money. I bought at the monies and sold upside calls against it. If you would like to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You just go to YouTube, see that first big yellow arrow on top, type in Market Rebellion. See that other big arrow, click subscribe, and then you'll get all of our video content for free. That's right. You get Pete's the Take, episode 281, and all of his other episodes. You'd get our episode of the Daily Crypto Bite. You'd get the 60 Seconds with me, Jon Najarian, that I put out before the market opens each day. You'd get the weekly market report with AJ Monty. You'd get my 3 at 3. You get all of it for free. All you got to do is go to marketrebellion.com and you can also go to YouTube, feed in marketrebellion.com into the search bar, click search, click subscribe, bang, you're in. Let's do some questions, shall we? Questions at Jon Najarian at 3 at 3 _ UOA. Zoom, John, whose handle is at Hoff, Paurjon, spells the same way I do. Thank you, John. He says, Zoom, what's your call for earnings? I'm bullish on Zoom, but neither of us, John, know what they're going to say in terms of guidance. Can it possibly be growing as fast as it was growing last year? I don't think that is possible. So I like it, but I think you need to sell on a pop here if you get that pop. My buddy Kevin O'Leary made it his final trade of the day, Zoom video. When it's 403, it was up 8%. So I like it, but I will be very nimble about taking profits on this one. Let's also talk, because my friend Devin Bronson, whose handle is The Real Devin B, that's TherealDevin, the evil, the evil D. Anyway, Devin, love you, man. And he was nice enough to tweet to me, Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary reverses stance on Bitcoin, says cryptocurrency is something that he would like some of his cash in. I think he said he's going to put 2 or 3% of his cash into this. I like it. I think Kevin and I will probably have a lot to talk about, hopefully together soon, right, Kev? About this. And I applaud him because just like Mark Cuban, who was also against Bitcoin, Mark was against it, though, because he didn't think it was a currency. And I don't believe it's currency either. I think it's an asset. I don't think it's a very efficient way to buy things unless you're talking about big things like maybe a Tesla. Yeah, 2 Bitcoins for a Tesla. Okay. But as far as, you're not going to use Bitcoin to buy pizza anymore, which famously was that 10,000 Bitcoin pizza that happened years and years ago. Instead, I think Bitcoin is an asset, a store of value. I don't think it's a currency. That's a good-looking crew, isn't it? I love those guys. Jim Tilton, Eric, myself, Nate, my brother Pete. We were there at the Traders for a Cause, and we have a good time every time we attend, even though, sadly, it was remote this last time. Nonetheless, happy birthday, Grandpa Eric. That's at Elkwood66, and my friend Nate put this out. Nate's handle is at InvestorsLive, Live. So there's our crew, enjoying ourselves and helping raise money for needy people. That money, by the way, that we raised together, and Nate's one of the co-founders, I believe, of that, went towards breast cancer, went to pediatric cancer, I believe went to ALS, and you get the idea. They do a lot of great work. My brother Pete and I are happy to support them, and we appreciate all the people that come out and do it as well. Don't forget, today, Investing the Arc Way, Rebellion Roundtable, Monday, March 1st, 4 p.m. Eastern. Renato Leggi, you can sign up now and be part of it. MarketRebellion.com. Go there now, sign up, and I'll see you in about, 36 minutes. Bang.